So now you see that the male and female parts of a flower produce the sperm and egg. The sperm cell in the pollen grain must come in contact with the egg cell in the ovule before a seed can develop. When pollen grains from the anther land on a stigma, pollination has occurred. Wait a minute. Let's back up. How might the pollen get from an anther of one plant to the stigma of another? Plants stay in one place. They don't get up and move. Well, different plants use different methods of getting pollen around. Sometimes wind can carry the pollen, as is the case with many trees and grasses. Other times, an insect or other animal can transfer the pollen when they visit flowers for their own purposes. Once the pollen grain lands on the stigma, a pollen tube grows from the pollen grain through the style and into the ovary. Sperm cells inside the pollen grain travel down the pollen tube into the ovary, which contains the ovules. When one of the sperm cells fuses with the egg cell inside an ovule, fertilization occurs. Here's a question for you. Which is in the correct order? A. Pollination, pollen tube formation, fertilization. B. Pollen tube formation, pollination, fertilization. C. Fertilization, pollination, pollen tube formation. Or D. Fertilization, pollen tube formation, pollination. That's right. This is the correct order.